I think if I do, I don't know which. Oh wait, no. I think game. I think actually game is the one I use. Okay. Okay, we're back. I didn't. I don't. Okay. Mike, play your work. Okay, it works. So we are going to be watching because I said I will go and watch it, and
business, find me
we are going to be watching I Got Canceled while playing Hypixel Skyblock because I'm that bored. Yeah, if you haven't seen this, a little bit of context. I can't play any of the content because I will be banned on Twitch for a lot longer. But basically, funny, sad dude himself, Hasan Piker, basically was sort of being dumb, which led him to be there's no good way of saying it. He got banned for basically threatening a Congress person. Now, oh wait, I forgot. Wait, I need to recheck for this. I actually need to recheck. Oh, I got one activity. Yeah, I don't care. We're going to be. So basically, Hasan basically was being a dummy. And he's going to get himself banned, and I'll be there praising his downfall. Okay, and then we are going to actually the N, but we're also switching to. So we're actually going to go. Let me put up the video. I wish I had two screens because then I could be like pods. Oh yeah, okay, that works.
many other skilled creators on Fiverr. Or you could grab a top camera, add good lighting to make everything pop. Learn the latest trends, stay updated, videos change fast. Plan your content, be consistent and creative. Know your platforms, adapt your content. Each one's different. Edit like a pro. Cut, trim, and polish. Make it shine, but not too shine. It's still user-generated content. Or just find your next creator on Fiverr.
Hold on.
What's up?
I don't know why it was doing that. I'll keep you fully, and then. Sorry if I'm going back. Okay. So, theater mode, or can I get? Yeah, I'm just going to expand it. So basically,
Everyone, if you're seeing this, that means I've probably been banned. That's right. Cancel culture has finally come for me.
Let me be clear. This is I have criticism, actual criticism. Things that I think he is doing in bad faith. This is very much a no-win situation for Hasan. And I'm not saying for this stream. I'm saying more because he generally his fan literally shot him in the butt. Like, to a point where, like, actual rhetoric that if his kids actually do get removed, 100% no one would have sympathy for him. basically it's up afterwards. People were spraying gonorrhea, like his dog basically did that, and like his kid was eating poop, which doesn't mean they're a terrible parent. Let me be clear on that. When you have people saying that, it's sort of a not a call out, more of like bad faith arguments. Because you could make the argument that like, oh, my kid ate poop by him. Where's my bow? Where's my bow? Where's my... I don't have the dragon bow on me. I did no damage at all. Except I got 5 dragon frag. Let's go. Let's go. And I just don't have my bow on me, so it's worthless. Let's go. Ah, I saw that. I'm like, oh, cool. I don't even need that. It was pointless. But But as I was saying, on. Okay, but as I was saying, basically the like calling CPS doesn't look good, and people are like, oh, but like that. Guess what? Those are after the fact. Like, it's funny because I saw this where they were like, let me. Okay, got it. But basically, when people do that argument, it's because they're bad faithing the whole thing. So you have that. I have criticism of this when I've used a single clip. So it may have been taken out of content. And by content, I mean okay, but as I was saying, 100% him getting the CPS thing doesn't mean anything. I talked about that. I was, for when I did Boy Scout, a mandatory reporter. I'll give you a hint, game guys. Most people who actually know mandatory reporting know one thing. Hold on, 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to like mute for one thing. A family member came. What talking to me? Because they didn't hear me 3 times. Yeah, but no, as I was saying, it looks bad for Hasan. It generally does because like, I'm sorry. You have to remember he got banned and Child Protective Services. Okay, I'm sorry, but there's a rule in combat, in sports. You know, good sportsmanship. You know, don't hit someone. Like, don't attack personality, all that. And guess what? Guess what, gamers? Oh, though people did, and now you can view. I saw that if like some anti-Hasan person on Twitter, and I'll go with the. He's like, now you can use all that. Guess what? He can't already. Sorry, you guys lost all respect. Sorry, Hasan's sharks. Or not even shark. You better like. I don't want magic rune. I want... But it basically... It going to be bad for Hasan. Because at the very end, you will have... I don't want to fight you guys. I don't want to fight... I don't want the 24. But no, basically that. Basically the Hasan thing looks way worse. It giving people, like, I don't care if he wants sympathy now. He doesn't get any. Like, dude, I'm sorry, but you should have been banned. Like, there's a reason why people call you a low cow. And not because you're funny. It's because you go in, you do 5 stuff that get, like, new meta ban. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, dude. Like, you could... I'm sorry, but, like, if you're on, like, Twitch, like, I'm on Twitch, I can't put myself at political because I lose money because you have people named Hasan Piker who go in and they're like, oh, I'm going to... And he doesn't even follow his own rule. 100%. Like, they're not political, by the way. But, like, generally... Like, I like to talk about this. The reason why no one likes, like generally, Twitch streamer have a bad name on any other platform, they're the second worst. Because we have people, you have Hasan Piker. Like, this is true. I'm saying this because I'm stalling a little bit before I can play the video. But, like, genuinely, Hasan Piker is literally the reason why this is called the left wing of Kick. Because it does the same thing. The difference is, they don't like things. They're like, oh, you're this, get out of my country. But you have Kick, like, allowing nuance. But you have Twitch allowing a dumb, people being dumb. And that's not even the worst part. I think the issue I think most people have is there is no remorse in what he said. Like, it would be like, oh, he had like a little bit of remorse. He doesn't. I keep hearing this. Like, I kind of want to get into the video because I want to see for myself if he apologized. But, like, 100%. I want to make a video called The Dark Side of Twitch. Or something like that. Where it goes into, like, the actual criticism of, like, the Twitch platform. And there's a lot. There's a lot. You actually want to see... Okay, Dragon X's, give me... Hey, how much? I have 13. I could get that. I could get Ferocity. I could get Zealots. Which is the funnier one to... I think this is. But, like, the thing is, he does all that. And like, at that this is my point I'm going to make. Like, I feel like he knows he won't get banned. He knows that, like, average people will get banned for their own statements, but he won't because he knows by some miracle on. I think this is in... Oh, I didn't... No, yeah, but as I was saying. Sorry. People... people keep, but no, this. Like, at the end, like, you ultimately will have him still on the platform. People will leave. Like, because the thing is, and I'll tell you the big issue with Twitch. If I'm going on there, I'm literally watching one person. And once they leave, there's no one else. Literally, I know people who don't even watch Twitch. They watch one person. And right now, we're going to see the collapse of Twitch.
Hey, oh my God, it's over.
Oh man, no.
It's over. The free speech warriors. Where are you now? They've taken me out, ladies and gentlemen. It's over. I'm done. A couple days ago, I had a conversation where I was...
Sorry, I'm pausing there. He doing that because I want to make a like technical react to this. Like, actually go down point by point why he's doing all that. For this, if you don't know, he's trying to correlate that his issue was entirely this. Like, free speech absolute really don't like. No. Okay, I'm not getting that. Well, either way, I can't get the... How did bro suffocate? But basically this. He's trying to gain sympathy points by saying like, oh, this is a free speech issue instead of, hey, I broke the law. Like, I'm literally being like, Tommy Tubbo, or like, you know, like, because I really, I break news. Like, Tubbo, when he, like, the whole thing, and, like, he trying to explain all the manipulation taxes. I didn't support that, but I think we need to. Because the first thing he said, let's go with that. Some, where's the free speech app? There's no such thing as free speech absolution. They're not real. They're First Amendment people who are often called free speech, but guess what? Guess what they believe, Hasan? Guess who they believe should be banned? Hear him. His name is Hasan Piker. And they're not even Tim Pool. Would remove him because he would on that drama? Because he could call? I know free speech absolute who 100% believe Hasan Piker should be perma-banned over this incident. This wasn't a free speech situation. It was simple enough. Hating a politician and asking for them to die and actually giving details. I wonder what that called. Death threats?
Was responding to the Republican House of Representatives Speaker, and I said some things. Let's take a look at what I said. Libs of TikTok, of course, posted about it. Here's what Libs of TikTok claimed I was saying. Hasan Piker just called for violence against a sitting U.S. senator. If you cared about Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott at FBI. This got 17,000 likes. This was on February 28th. Let's take a look at this clip really quick.
Okay.
There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid, just in fraud alone. No.
If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott. Okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott, former governor of Florida, Rick Scott, you wouldn't make him a prominent part of the Republican Party. Now, that seems...
Okay, we'll pause there. You know what that was? A death threat. Oh, no, a call to violence, if you want to be more precise. Let me be clear. Call to violence. Let's see why. Former governor. He gave occupation where they live. Now, that nitpicking, but also, but go. Secondly, you're just calling it to violent. Like, it's that simple. And like people who are defending that, I saw I keep seeing YouTuber clip on it. I will do my own. Do that to anybody else who know the legal system and see how long you last. I'll give you a hint. You won't. You know why? No one says that. You know why? CNN doesn't? Or, no, not even that. You want an actual prime example of someone who did the same thing? His name was Alex Jones. And guess what he did with a certain event? And would proactively... No, okay, terrible example. Remove that from the transcript, Jarvis. Most likely, the best way to beat that, like, just play it audio. Like, sorry. If I were a lunatic who right-wing Catcher in the Rye and have a disdain for John Lennon. No, wait, yeah, Catcher in the Rye got a person killed. And you know what didn't get? And you know what? Like, if he died, I would absolutely openly compare that thing to Capture in the Rye. Because you have to be absolutely someone with 2% in brain cells to actually think you actually have an argument. Here's a hint, you don't. Here's another hint for people who can't understand the first hint. If you do that to anybody, guess what that's called? A call to violence. By the way, Hasan, I'll give you even one more advice. And this is actual good advice. You stream for 8 hours per day and all that. You were streaming during an event that would go and call out Trump. I didn't hear a response from you. But also, didn't your audience or your defenders got CPS to call on someone that was against you? So you don't care when free speech is being harmed against people that you don't like, but once you get banned for free speech violation, then suddenly it becomes a my mistake. I'm just getting that right, Jarvis. I'm just getting that right. And the only reason why I say that is it's literally the same thing. I don't know what to tell people. Like, yeah, it actually because. No, it simply... Oh, I don't have the bow. I'm sad. I could dragon hunt and get, like, 1 armor. Yeah, but I will tell people that almost always. Like, that's the one issue I have with him is they're almost a hypocritical stance. No. I only need 16 more. 16. Okay, but keep playing.
It's like a wild thing to say. Oh my God. Is this person calling for the death of a U.S. senator? Of course not. I was not calling for the assassination of a U.S.
Yeah, you were. Dude, what part of that doesn't sound like a threat? What part of that? It wasn't like, hey, because, okay, let's say I hate Kim Chicago. Let's say I have a bona fide hatred, a super political guy of my enemy, him. Would I say that? No. I would have said, hey, we need to probably protest and vote him out. Or actually talk to your representatives. Oh, that won't do anything. But no one would say, if you care about this issue, oh man, you could take that the other way. I actually want to test this. I want to see how long you get banned. If someone, and I will only do that on Twitch. So if you don't see the one on YouTube, chat, it'll be only a Twitch funny. Of me saying the same thing, but make it pro-Israel. Because what replace those two factors. Let's talk about the Israel Palestine. You know, that big issue. Oof. And then let me just replace Tim Scott with Hasan Piker. There's nothing wrong with that. If you actually believe your words that it's not a call to violence, you replace those two, he's going to say the opposite. And that's why I don't like him. Because you can actually use that example, and he would fully want you banned. Just replace the example of this with this. Boom, you're perma-banned. Boom, you're going to get attacked. Like, it's sort of... I'm bringing an analogy. Sorry, I'm talking so much. I love it for every 5 seconds because I want to get the point very across. He got that it is. People who are just trying to justify his actions as not, but like, you've seen the content. Like, if I were like someone who mentally like apathic and not smart about any issue, and I saw that, and I probably have a sample of my, and I'm like, and my name over Luigi Manueloni, and I actually want to fix the system because I seen what it did, and I hear that, and that was the final push to do some bad stuff. Would you get in trouble? No, because that's not the reason. You're getting in trouble because you called to violent a senator. Like, it's fine when he defend this, and his audience is defending it, because you can replace those two things with this one issue and make it pro-Israel, put him in there, he would 100% opt for your ban. 100%. And he may call the cops on you. Sorry. Different, because here one's different. He's not a senator, but he is a public figure. So, maybe 2% less worse. But that my whole rant about this. That you can kind of break it down to, you want to actually do that? Okay, fine. But we'll do it this way. Because here's the thing about, like, for anybody who would feel like it's, replace that with another controversial issue and another person and see if it's bad. Then again, you don't need to do that if you're not threatening someone. And it doesn't look like you're an action that is negative. It's the same reason why, if I were doing that, I would just say, hey, go protest, talk to your representative. You know, the basic things you have to do. Yeah, but we'll keep hanging on the video.
Senator, so I went back to figure out the context.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
Here it is. Let's take a look.
Are people who are covered by Medicaid now going to potentially lose Medicaid coverage as a result of this?
No, look, the White House has made a commitment. The president said over and over and over, we're not going to touch Social Security, Medicare, or Medicaid. We've made the same commitment. Now, that said, what we are going to do is go into those programs and carve out the fraud, waste, and abuse and find efficiencies. Couple of examples. You know, there's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid just in fraud alone. No.
That fraud is not coming from individuals, it's coming from providers. They're not tackling providers. They're not actually going after like false billing. They are trying to cut recipients. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would Rick Scott. The reason why I'm saying if you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott is because, and not make him a prominent part of the Republican Party, is because he to this day is still known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history. They want to cut SNAP. They want to cut Medicaid. They want to cut the funding of Medicaid. They want to make it harder for people to receive Medicaid. They don't want to actually go after medical providers or the insurance companies or the nursing nursing homes that are lining their pockets with major donations. Those are the people who actually engage in the fraud. It's not your uncle that's like lying about their condition and stealing money from the government by, you know, going to the doctor or whatever. Okay, so obviously.
Okay, we can pause there. I'm gonna explain something. I saw that the one clip I saw of this. One clip. I actually saw that because. But I saw because I follow Eat, so I get the Hesmingle takes. I actually, it doesn't make you look good. What I see is someone who wait, where's the protector? Huh? Oh. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll just throw that out. Not what I need. Cool, I got a crystal frag, which will provide me cool. But I need like because that's how I can get the large, medium, and then this. And yeah, I need like 2 of these each. No, but as I was saying, when people say that this argument, they're a fun counter. One, it doesn't make you look good, like why you're justifying that. Then again, all you just needed to say was, hey, protest, and people would probably like you. But also, here's the other thing. He's not part of his administration. He part of another one. So, rage bait. Which I would be saying for any of this. Because it is rage bait. Sorry, if I was a Trump, like he's defending, he's saying, oh, but you don't know if they're not going for a provider. All you know is basically the information you have, which is from that video. So you don't know if they're going for a provider. They may be. They may be. You don't know. My theory is you don't know, so you have to just guess. And your guess was wrong. And then, instead of making it known that you were wrong, you, Hasan Piker, okay, no, sorry, what? Well, William, that literally me. But no, he's saying that because he knows that it will get him the most engagements. But the big reason is he, in the nicer words, swing and miss. Because normally, hits are, he doesn't get banned on Twitch. Oh, I forgot to grab that. I forgot to. Actually, I'll go up and then. And the whole reason why I'm saying is a swing and a miss is because he knows and I know that he said that basically because he knows he won't get banned. But then you had the even Klein thing, which basically was like, you don't win. You do not win that. You do not win. You do not win. And he knows that too. That's sort of the reason why he's trying to say all that, because he's trying to build up a better immunity to getting canceled. You know, if you have like someone who is sort of radical. Oh, I needed some more. Okay, yeah. Oh, no. On. I'm going to be somewhat smart and and 3, which will be you. But the reason why I'm saying this is because is mainly just because he and we both know that he basically shot a career in the nicest word possible. He went to and he basically can't just do a career save anymore. He basically trying. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm overthinking it. Oh, cool. 57. Only need 7 more, which I get in like basically an hour. Am I right with that mindset? Or I could just, just go in here and get the last, just to make sure. But it's sort of the reason also why. Now I'll just keep it like that. It's sort of the reason why he really can't do much. Because he knows he have to build a better immunity, and it looks like he may get one sooner. So I want to check. Ooh. Upgrade. But he also knows that like he now in a red zone, which basically means he have to burn a lot of his people, and that way he's trying to also kind of go for that way he kind of is going for a little bit of Asman, because he could, if he can burn his political thing, then that takes out a decent competition on Twitch. You know what? Boom. No. Okay, who I heal. Okay, only 6 more to go. Woohoo. But it's sort of the other reason why he really is trying to basically because he knows that he have to hit Ethan because Ethan is doing damage right now. And that's sort of the thing I'm trying to get at, is Ethan is doing a decent amount of damage, enough where he sort of have to worry about what is happening. That the whole point is he now worried that because if Ethan keeps making videos, there is a chance where Twitch, he overall lose his experience. And the only reason he survived it because he could survive experiences. And those are not like danger yet. Trash tape would probably like what will pretty much happen afterwards. Because if you're a red flag, because I saw like a person, I think it was like when like one of the Hasan getting kicked out of the DMC what happening, and I was talking to like people who like worked on like productions, and I think Tim Pool said it, which I'm not sure because I don't watch him, but I heard that he made either with him or some other like podcast hosts who, but they're like right, and I sort of like it, so I'm stealing it. It basically if you're rocking red, your chances of being on like a normal TV outlet is basically 0. It's low. And it because like you are now a threat to like the advertisement of that company. It's similarly why like people like no. It's sort of why like Destiny, yeah. It technically not going to like Morgan because he's a red. He bad for PR like advertisements. And Hasan, it probably way worse apparently. 100%. I think hitting him was sort of a good thing at the very end, but I also think like right now I don't want you. Okay, now I could just go. But before that, let me sell all the other stuff, and then we could do the one. But basically, he basically shot himself in the foot, and he can't survive. He can, but if Hasan does what I think he will do, he won't. I can only duplicate. Not even close. You know what? Up here and then You know what? Okay. Okay, cool. And then let me sell every single item that I do not need, including you, you, and you. And then, oh man, we're about to get another item I need. And you know what that means? You know what this means? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got the tree compass. And you know what? We don't need you anymore. We can now put you on the graded minion I need. Gold minion. Welcome home. I have to do 2. And the only reason for coal is because I need upgrades. Oh, is it the pick of the year already? Oh, wait, is it actually pick of the year? Oh, we're doing pick of the year. Because yeah, okay. So, not Art of War. Okay, I buy that, and then I need 3 mil on me right now. We are buying the common accessory. No. Okay. We are buying the Dante ring, and we are going to buy 64 of you. Oh, let me be also a little bit smart. So, right here. Okay. We have Pig of the Year. We're going to do that, and...
Obviously, I shouldn't have used hyperbolic language, and there's definitely some ownership that I must take. Some apologies there. I should not have said Mike Johnson should kill Rick Scott. I should have simply said Mike Johnson should punish Rick Scott, perhaps with the, maximum punishment, whatever that would be, for defrauding Medicare and Medicaid.
But that's a terrible argument to make. Because that like sort of that same argument someone would... Yeah, no, it's a dumb argument. Hold on. That's like the argument someone would make, being like, oh, I'm sorry. If like, yeah, I should have said protests. Look, like, you're not even saying, you're basically throwing a jab, basically be like, I'm actually right. No, you're wrong. I'm actually right about this. Like, it feels like he just saying that because he got, like, you know how some people, they get caught, like, saying stupid stuff? This is what it feels like. Now. Okay, game. Okay, can I... Okay, we're gonna play that because... Oh, cool. Both my devices are laggy. Okay, we're gonna wait a second. And while I wait, I'm gonna check Twitter. And Twitter gonna tell me that I'm not funny.
Paid for over $1.7 billion. Now let's...
Okay, we're just gonna check what... comment... You can't leave... You can't read that. Yeah, but I'm trying to find... Hasan posted. I don't care. We're going. You my favorite. He's my only person that can tell me. Yeah, I know. Oh, Denim said that here it's just farming sympathy after the CPS visit. I think it's embarrassing for Hillage. It's so traumatic for the kids. Like that. Okay, I'm allowed to make fun of them now. Sorry. Yeah, no, Denim just being dumb. There's no good way of saying this. No, you know what? I should have not bought that. I should have. Well, I need to buy that anyways, but let's see if this at $500,000. I think if like 50,000. Yeah, one Titanic doesn't buy me. Yeah, but no. As I was saying, I think like their actual reasonable agreement that like you're not going to win the allegations. You keep like I see that, and you know what I think? Like you're just hiding the fact that you did it by saying, "Oh, but look, he bad." Because you know you lost, and you also know that you can't win. Also, I can now play
Talk
this.
about the things that he did in this process, because Rick Scott co-founded the Columbia Hospital Corporation, which later merged to a corporation known as Columbia/HCA.
I don't care what you did. You
death
threatened him.
The nation's
you
largest
pretty much called to
for-profit
violence.
healthcare
Let
company.
me be clear.
Rick
Called to
Scott, who,
violence.
of course, also looks like Voldemort, did a lot of things. The company defrauded Medicare, Medicaid, and other.
But that doesn't matter. What? Did that give you like a god? Like, let me be clear. A God-given right to call to violence? Did that make it where like all action are void because the guy is bad and I should have like a justifiable right in my moral sphere to literally call to murder him? I think we found out the solution, guys. If it doesn't fit my moral sphere, I'm allowed to death threat people. Like, is that the message you're sending? Because if they're bad enough, you can justify anybody at moral decline. Dude, you want to actually know a bad example? Fetterman, literally, like you could point at Fetterman and say the same argument that he defrauded when he would like governor, and you'd still win because. This is how much the argument is actually dumb, because once you actually break down the argument into that way, you win. You automatically win, because with that logic, remember this. I thought, please don't tell me that the pig event. I'll let it be a Friday, so then I can use them all to get 32 pork, to get money, so I can buy more pork, so then I can. But this is why I think like that argument doesn't work, because you can have people like me basically saying, okay, what about all this? All this. Wait, it's sort of a weird argument, but it's an argument everyone should make. Okay, cool. Now we are going to do Dark Oak. Hey, remember when I said Like, I need that for one grind. We're actually going to do that grind right now. But it's the same argument. It's the same... Like, I'm sorry. I just don't like when people make argument like that and then they lose because they make the worst argument. I'm sorry. But the reason why no one likes... Why it doesn't work. You're just saying this guy bad. Let him... I'm morally superior. I'm morally superior than you too, Hasan. In my worldview. And guess what? If I was someone who listened to you, I'm like, hey, I should follow that up because I'm morally superior. Like, now let me be clear. That's all relative. The relative argument. And guess what? Nobody likes relevant arguments. But at the end, it's still applied. Like, you're doing this argument. No one cares who Rich Scott is. Maybe one person does because they're like, oh, I need to know who Rich Scott is because, like, to actually defend. But no one cares. If it's generally an argument I would never make in that way. Because guess what? People who actually know politics will tell you that what you did is 10 times worse than whatever Rich Scott did. Oh, he committed medical fraud? Well, you said most of it go to the provider. So what is it? Denying claims? What is it? Actual accidental charging? What? Like, I will read what Rich Scott does, Hasan. I will read it. You just need to tell me why it's still okay to death threat. Because from my viewpoint, I think they're a funny route you can go. I think they're a funny route you can win with. And it's not even that bad. It's not even a bad route. Like, just to tell you how funny this route can actually go. I see, like, I see the route. I see the funny routes. Like, I told you one. I could see so many ways where someone could play this around and absolutely win. But let me be clear. I'm not a Hasan fan. I would never a Hasan fan. I would never a Hasmingle fan. I would never another fan, which I can't think the name of. I have to be clear on that, because if I'm not, I'm also not right-wing. But I do know right-wing ideology, because I study that, personally. So, to anybody who is not a Hasan fan, womp womp. You have to find stuff. You're going to look at my Twitter and be like, yeah, but we'll keep going.
Federal programs. The U.S. Department of Justice won 14 felony convictions against
but
the company,
that doesn't
which
matter.
was fined $1.7
I'm about to
billion.
pause again and be like, but that doesn't matter.
What was at the time the largest healthcare fraud
more
settlement
right,
in
more right.
United States
I'm morally
history.
better than this guy. The guy
was defrauding the government.
HCA admitted to things like submitting inflated bills and exaggerating diagnoses to increase Medicare reimbursements.
According to federal investigators.
But okay. But how is that bad? Like, okay, from the clip he's showing me, I don't know. Because normally, when I never committed medical fraud, I was about to be like, I never did. But, like, if it's exaggerating, is it not going to the patient? Or is it like, well, like, the guy could not get it normally? Because you can make the argument that if the defraud never went to the people, he did more good to individuals. But, like, then again, Hasan going to just say that because he doesn't think. But also, it doesn't matter. Okay, we'll keep watching him getting mad.
Systematically defrauded Medicare, Medicaid,
The
and
point
other
so
federal health
it's
care
so
programs
tiring.
while paying
I'll keep
kickbacks
making
to
the
its
point
physicians.
that
Scott,
like
of course, denied any wrongdoing.
I'll give an Israeli. I'll say that before I go because it's funny. Like if you keep saying that, I will get an Israeli. This is all joke, by the way. This is all jokes. To go on to like my stream and to start death threatening, call to violence, Hasan Piker, in the name of his. Oh wait, no, he go and get mad. Wait, sorry, he go and get mad. He go and be like, "But you can't do that. You can't do that. The kid died in Palestine." Yeah, and instead of like taking your ban silently, you're banning more important than them. Just say that. By the way, anytime someone goes up and they say like that take, all you just need to do to win that is, then why is he not going to Gaza? By the way, here's the reason why he's not. Because I want to make the point very clear. He's not because he can't get security. By the way, cool fact. He goes to the college for a different reason. And they lost money because they had to get his security thing. Yeah. He doesn't want people to know about that, by the way, so keep it on the down low for me. But no. But literally, you could do the same point for this and still. But like the thing is, and this is, I'm going. I'll see.
Fraud. He didn't go to
I don't
jail
care.
over this. He didn't even get any punishments
I've been,
over this.
I've been saying so much. I don't care. I don't care. We're going to me talk over it.
He walked away with $10 million in severance pay, a 5-year consulting contract, and $300 million in stock.
In severance pay. What position was he? Was he a low? No, he would high, right? You said he would a high worker? I think I love socialist guys because they're fucking dumb. They're like the only people. By the way, this is a true fact. This is a true fact for anybody who want to get into like YouTube and be a grifter. The easiest grift to always do it should be a socialist. It's the easiest grift in the world. I'm telling you from first-hand experience how easy it is. I did it for my college. You just need to post some quotes. You just need to blame all your problem on someone else. And it works. It works. But also, here's the thing most people don't know, and I will kind of explain. Depending on the company size and all that, 10 mil is could actually reasonable severance pay. Because severance is like you got fired. And when you're high position, you're all that. But he doesn't want to tell you that because if he did, it would look bad on him. That's the only thing I'm going to fact check on.
And options. He is now the wealthiest member of the United States Senate. Rick Scott also in the past apologized, took ownership seemingly over his actions, but since then, in his endless interest in gutting all of...
Unlike you. What apology? What apology? He like, I apologize for my action in this, Hasan. I blame... This is a fun parallel. This is a fun parallel I can make. He doing that. And then, like, literally, the guy he complained about apologize for it. I'm sorry. But people voted for him for a reason, Hasan. He also doesn't make death threats.
Of these social safety nets so the American poor suffer more. Rick Scott has actually seemingly turned around and thinks that this was political prosecution, pure political prosecution against him.
Okay.
I watched what happened to me and my company. I've watched what's happened.
Like you,
I've talked to
Hasan.
business people over the years, what's happened to them when you have political persecution.
What I was simply trying to say is Republicans don't care about the actual fraud that takes place in terms of government entitlements programs, in terms of government expenditure. Because if they did, they obviously would punish Rick Scott. Rick Scott would not be a prominent fixture of the Republican Party. Rick Scott, who was elected as the governor of Florida after he committed the largest Medicare fraud.
I'll make this very quick. But wait, what point are you making? Like, I'm sorry, I'm saying this. I want to clip this. This is my only thing I will probably put on Twitter. I may. Probably tomorrow. Is after watching the cancellation, there almost a parallel. Like a very funny parallel with Hasan Piker and Rick Scott. To a point I think no one pointed out. But think about it. They both think they're getting political persecution. People still like them. Even though, like, what they did. To a point where... Oh, that... I'm sorry. But they're the same person. Okay.
In U.S. history at the time.
$73 million. That's the amount that we know about so far that Scott and the Republican Party spent on TV advertising.
Rick Scott, who then went on to become the Florida senator.
On Sunday, a manual
thank you
recount
for the
confirmed Republican
follow,
Governor Rick Scott's
because I saw
victory
that.
over the incumbent Democrat Bill Nelson.
I love my Twitch account. I love my chip. I'm making sure. Yep. We don't say my thing. I can't put it on my dashboard because I have to pull up like another tab just to see that message because I blocked active feed. Thank you. Validate. Yeah.
Once again, after doing insane amounts of Medicare fraud.
Elon Musk posted on X his support for Florida Senator Rick Scott for Senate Majority Leader.
This was simply the point. But of course, Republicans want to avoid this point. Asmongold, for those of you who don't know.
Okay, wait. He going on to a new point. I'm going to put some criticism. It probably was talked about. But also, parallel, you can do the same point with you in it. And so you would have to make an argument why you should be accepted from the same treatment that you want him party line wise, not death threat, because that's stupid for you. Like 100%. That point is so bad. Sorry, I'm being nice. I think like he could have removed that out of the video and immediately just said, I'm not apologizing, and like go like in a funny Andrew Tate way, or like conservative way, and it would have looked better. It would just look better. This is like, well, guys, I don't want to offend you, but like he's a bad guy, so I should have the rights, the God-given right, as an American, even though. By the way, cool fact. I know what he's about to say. I think. I'm not sure.
Is a right-wing political commentator. He does have some centrist opinions every now and then. I believe he himself actually is a big advocate for healthcare, likes Bernie Sanders, but spends most of his time simply sitting around and reacting to Donald Trump. He is now...
Who's our president? Who's our president? I'm sorry, that's a simple point you could counter with.
officially, by my estimations, a larger right-wing political commentator than even the likes of Ben Shapiro. Very successful in this field. His videos reacting to Donald Trump get millions of views, more so than the Daily Wire could ever dream of. Asmongold also is the largest political content creator on Twitch in general. He's the largest political streamer now. He's double my size. He's always been double my size, but he's now double my size when it comes to political commentary as well. So let's see what the largest free speech defender had to say. He actually voluntarily brings this up in a YouTube video called "What the Fuck is Twitch Doing?" The YouTube video is from 2 days ago with 1 million views. The first 13 minutes of it is just reacting to the latest Ethan Klein video, who is falsely smearing me as someone who doesn't care about Israeli civilians or whatever, which is obviously incorrect, but we'll get to that perhaps down the line. He packaged that up with
I'm making an overall point
TikTok
for
video to call
the
for my
Asman
band.
and the
See if I can find it here. I do, as I said, I do try to maintain a degree of neutrality with a lot of this stuff. And I try not to go too super hard on it. I'll link you guys the video real quick before I get into it. And
he's linking the Ethan Klein video to his audience because, you know, to show support.
Yeah, there's the video. It's the Ethan video.
Perhaps this is the reason why Ethan Klein doesn't talk about Asmongold and his apologia for certain regimes of the past. You know, Ethan, who really cares about anti-Semitism, of course.
Okay, I'm making my point now. I'm making the point. Sorry, that was so bad that it gave me... It would... Sorry, but... Hey, son. You know what a dog whistle is? Yeah, you just did it twice. I'm sorry. But are you... Why? By the way, if you want to counter someone who brings this up, just ask why you think that. Because 9 times out of 10, they do not know what they're talking about or they're being bad faith. And you have to get them to do a sample. He won't. Secondly, Asmongold, from what I can tell from a clip of him countering that point, he clips every video or majority of them if it's something important, long form. So I do know that. The reason why I'm bringing that up, the reason is what he just did was basically called Asmongold a neo-Nazi. There's no way, and this is why I get irritated. Is when you do call people that, guess what? We could play. I keep bringing this up. This is true. You could do the same reason with Hasan. It's so funny because you can make the thing that Hasan may have those beliefs, and you could point to his belief in the Israeli thing. You could bring the fact that that we're this and this. Sorry, but oof. You want to call him that? Okay. What play that game? You're a communist. You openly hated Wakers, which is consider this a little bit of less. Let's be clear. I don't know the level of abuse there is to Palestinians because it's a country you support. And so you support ethnic clans. You can make that argument with the same thing. But no one does. No one does because it's a dumb point. Okay, Ethan Klein, we'll go with that. Or we'll go with Ethan Klein going for lap because that one, it probably the weakest one. Here's my point on the freedom of speech. No one truly have an open freedom of speech, true freedom of speech. Let me be clear on that. Not First Amendment. Most people are First Amendment, however, and as I keep saying, guess who guess who broke the First Amendment when they call Rick Scott to get murder? You want to know who? You actually want to know? You actually want to know who? His name is Hasan Piker. Like, this is why I don't like Hasan Piker points, because if you play 5% good faith with him, and secondly, wait, two more point, because the points are actually points that I saw after, not the video, but one, like, I talked about, like, that. He also, like, Hasan, like, Asmongold gave you a lot of good faith out it. Most people do. And I think right now, like, you can make the moral argument that you should not even get good faith, which I disagree with. Not even because you're bad, but because I think generally it's better not to. It's like ultimately a better conversation not to. But freedom is, but basically all that, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You're trying to be like, Rick Scott is bad, and also all the people attacking me are right-wing lunatics. Okay, here's my point on this. How about, or you're just evil. Or let's not even say evil, because stupidity works better. Either you are stupid, and that your points are so immoral in both a logistical and ethical when you said the death threat, that you were just in the wrong. And you cannot admit that, because once you admit that, I know how your audience works. You're basically in fear of your audience. Sorry. And you want to know how I know that? Because I talked about this with other YouTubers who have similar audience, not similar politically. And I call them vampire audience. Get why? Because they do this, and it's cancel or be canceled. And right now, you want to be more relevant. So all that on my point. It's dumb when he makes the point, because they're good.
That's why he constantly comes after me, someone he knows has a long track record, alongside him at times, attacking anti-Semites. And
no, okay, for a bit of context for the Ethan Klein situation, because this is what happened when you study on this, and you can actually pinpoint stuff. No. Ethan Klein got mad because your audience would be anti-Semitic. You know, because his wife is Israeli, and their belief, it pretty much, Israel should not attack Palestine, but they should at least have some right to assist. Which is very controversial, mind you. Very controversial to them. That, my point, probably, but that's the thing. And you said your audience was bad. That you cannot control your audience. And Ethan Klein got that. So don't say that you attack past that, when the biggest drama and why this happened was because your audience was being anti-Semitic and you just let it go through. Sorry, but when people say that, by the way, here's the easy counter, because I know how Hasan audience will probably say, it's like, oh, this is good. All you just need to do is this. Just go up and be like, okay, this is promoting hate to a big degree. I was supporting you guys, but his audience saw my race. For Ethan, change it for. But that a bigger thing to counter with. And I think Ethan did that. I'm not sure. But all he needs to say is that hit audience, I supported them. I just didn't support a more radical solution. And you know what? That's true. That's true. Okay. We'll go back because my points are so
famous dog whistles are and things of that nature. But that'll be for a different day.
People are so ideologically captured. It's sad. I think a lot of people are. I saw this the other day. Actually, this morning. Where is it here? Here we go.
Hey, Dan Clancy. Time to wish us on another happy birthday song, you hack fuck. Anyone else will get permabanned on Twitch for this. This is beyond the pale. This is enticing your audience to kill a sitting senator. Don't people go to jail for this? This is not me enticing my audience to kill a sitting U.S. senator. That is ridiculous. Everybody knows that is ridiculous. The people that are complaining about this know that is ridiculous. But
dude. Or maybe, hear me out. It did sound like that. Sorry, but... And this is a fun counter. This is the fun counter. This is the fun counter you make. If you want a counter, just do this. Just say this. But then, why? They will say because he an influencer, just bring up Alex Jones, you win. Bring up Alex Jones and say like that doesn't count. Well, you don't know if he's joking. Dude, we're not in his audience 24/7. So we don't know. If he was joking, he should make clear what a joke in his thing and be like, hey, it's a joke. But when you start making these arguments, it doesn't work. Sorry, I'm like pausing because this is how much I can counter it. You put me in a debate with him, I win this. Actually, I would win because he lost to Willie Mack. Dude, okay. If you want to actually know why Hasan is bad at debate, why he needs like non-debaters, look up the Willie Mack debate. Like, I actually recommend people watch that similar thing. He lost the debate so badly because he basically, well, like, we need to talk about the controversial nature of the PVI, which I'm sharing that because I don't know if that will get me banned on Twitch. Oh, cool. Wait, I just realized my chat wasn't even on. Let go. I love chat. I love the fact. Yeah. What's the? I forgot my chat doesn't work, and I had to reset my device. Yeah, okay, I finally got chat working. I love chat I love how I can't. Yeah, validate. I'm sorry. Yeah, but no, there's so much fun counter you can do. I think a fun one you could, but I think like he doing it because he knows he basically got hit. And he knows that, like, he have to make something like that. So, either, like, Twitch knows or all that. But keep going.
But I'm glad that I was able to show you the context, the full context of what I was talking about. If you cared about Medicare fraud or Medicaid fraud, you would Rick Scott, okay? You wouldn't make Rick Scott former governor of...
Okay. He pulling up your chat. So let's see what your chat's saying.
You wouldn't make him a prominent part of the Republican Party.
Senator Rich Scott.
Hi,
yeah.
I'm professional pitchman Neil Patrick Harris. They say with great celebrity comes great responsibility. So I see it as my duty to find amazing products, put my...
I don't care.
That is crazy. That is nuts. And I've said before, there's a statute of limitations, but apparently this was yesterday. Yeah, this happened yesterday.
Oh, that even worse.
Oh my God, how's that not against the TOS? It is, and it is.
Oh wait.
An open call.
Okay, this is the one thing I saw, because Yeet posted a retweet of that, posted a comment talking about how Asmund got the full context. So it's even funnier now because remember, the full context, what all we posted. And Asmund and Hasan knows that. He knows that, by the way. But he have to be bad faith as possible because he knows if he's not, because he in a tough situation. Most likely, and this is my theory, my guess. He not remorseful, but Twitch wanted him back. And when I say wanted, I mean they wanted him back, but they can't unban him. So they need to make like a thing where like, hey, make a apology, then we'll unban you 24 hours. Like, do that. Make it quick. Like, because then we could be like, oh, it would a false hate attack. Or something like that, where he knows that like he can get by. So that's probably why.
Violence.
I like
and
how
I
like
would
9
challenge
minutes.
Anybody who thinks that it's not an open call to violence to say that exact thing about Donald Trump, and then tell me if Secret Service shows up at your house or not.
Better sample. Do that, but do it for Hasan Piker and do it in the viewpoint of Israel, and see if he would want you to not do that. I will bet $20 he would. $20 he would, and he would 100% promote hate speech. But I already said that, so I'll keep going because
really, it's very obviously a call to violence.
So bad I have to keep pausing every 5 seconds.
And Twitch doesn't do anything? Well, I don't know if they've really seen it or anybody's reported it or anything like that.
I think Asmongold is covering this because he wants Twitch to see it. He's done this a couple times in the past couple of weeks, I understand. We are ideologically butting heads on Twitch. Asmongold and I disagree vehemently on a lot of issues. All the way from the history of Nazi Germany.
Okay, dog whistle again. Dog whistle. Guys, Asmongold, a Republican and he evil. He evil, guys. He's so evil that he against me. Hear my counter to that? Okay, if you were butting head with a big streamer, why would you say that? Why would you not pick your word more carefully for the next couple weeks until like you can figure out a way to stop? It sounds like what happened was Asmongold is not butting head with you, but because you keep saying stupid stuff, he doesn't need to butt head with you because he knows that you fail. Like, it's the same reason why it's the same reason why, like, you could openly say that you win, like, a bunch of thing. Because guess what? This is how dumb it is, because guess what the big counter is to this? Okay, we can get one. Okay, we'll keep going.
Down to the fact that immigrants are not actually contributing to the American crime
whistle again.
Rates in the way that the Republican administration presents it. They're not destroying.
I'm slowly dying
our
where I have to go pause and be like, dog whistle.
Approaches the subject matter. There's plenty of disagreements there.
Or how, like,
I think that he's
the
doing
Wakers,
this deliberately,
or hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Or how, like, the Wakers in China should be free. And now I'll give you a hint. Hasan doesn't believe they should. So if I want to be bad faith, like to Hasan at possible, I bring up the Waker comment, and I openly say that he generally hate only Muslim that are going against the Western values are good. Any others that are going against China are bad, especially if you're Wakers. Sorry. But that's the counter. That's the counter. Sorry guys, that's the counter to it. If you want to say that, go ahead. I will just bring up a community that you openly bash. And then when you get canceled for it, because let's be clear, I won't. Okay, then one more and then I can get the first piece to this. But that literally the counter you can make and win any argument on. Okay, we'll keep going. We should keep going.
It never do.
We have 8 minutes.
Stir a little bit and try to get me banned, which worked.
The clip's too short. Maybe it's out of context.
For a day. $20. I would even say he didn't know about the ban. I had theory. Because this is my theory. I think it was going to be a week ban originally. Because that makes sense. If funnier it wasn't. But I think, and this is a guess, it was supposed to be a week ban. Like similar to how, oh man, now I have to fact check myself live. Because I want to be clear. Because if I remember correctly, okay, streamer ban. While I'm looking, okay, Frogan. We're looking at Frogan, and it's the reason for that. Last ban, longest ban a month. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it wasn't going to be a Frogan ban. Sorry. I was going to say this. Because the Frogan ban, I 100% it was going to be a week. Like, I think what happened was it was supposed to be a week ban. Minimum. And the reason is, and it sort of makes sense, or like a couple days. And the reason why I think it was going to be a couple day ban and not a day. And I'm saying on his side, the application side, was because I think they needed to test the water. And I think half of it was they probably would have conditioned to I apologize on YouTube. And basically said you're done.
I hope so. I definitely do. Hopefully it's out of context.
Now, once he said this, does Asmongold go back and seek out the context?
He does.
No, he doesn't. Instead, he follows through, basically packaging this as a Hasan is a radical who must be banned. It's a joke, Lamau, he responds to.
Would you tell that joke about Donald Trump?
Wait. You know what's funny? Okay, wait. Okay.
I think people would tell.
Wait, we're going to fact check that live. Hold on. YouTube again. We're going on YouTube. I have a lot of tabs. Pointless tabs. Asmongold fact checked Hasan. Yeah, I don't care about the...
I held off on watching it for
Like a couple days ago. Okay.
Why did you stop being a vigilante?
14 minutes.
Lines crossed. Liked how it felt.
I'm going speedrun. I don't exactly know where this is. Do they have the transcript? No.
Last couple of weeks, vehemently on a lot of issues, all the way from the history of Nazi Germany down to the fact that immigrants are not.
Context. Now, Nazi Germany, the implication of that, right? A lot of
okay, wait, I'm not.
He's doing.
That's the. I definitely do. Hopefully, it's out of context.
Now, once he said this, he followed. If you cared about Medicare or Medicaid fraud,
this is, by the way,
I have to pull out an Adsmingle clip. That is even funnier.
Because
I don't want to go on YouTube.
A prominent part of the Republican Party is because he, to this day, is still. He repeats it. Also known as committing the largest Medicare fraud in U.S. history.
Oh God.
By the way, I'll say this for people wondering. When they say he wasn't showing context, if anybody said that, you need to ask how long do you want the context to be? How long do you want the context? Sorry, do you want me to watch 5 streams of you, Hasan, to understand the context? Or do you want me to do the relevancy? Because when people say that, it's a bad faith argument. Because they know, because it won't be a goal push. If I go in and start doing that, all that.
Way crazier jokes about Donald Trump. And people have told way crazier jokes about Donald Trump. My statement was hyperbolic. That much is obviously.
Okay, you want to see another fact check? Yeah, don't. I remember this story. Fire. Yeah, but do NPR. But do NPR. Okay, let's see the effects of the Trump one. She got blacklisted, but now she's trying to make a comeback. Okay, that is an actual death threat. CNN News. She would say it. She became irrelevant. Did the actual photo. Immediately apologized. Got blacklisted. Her basic comment. She lost endorsement deal. Okay, sort of good. That's quite funny. Oh, what this? What this on my CNN article? Hopefully someone doesn't. Hold on, let me go up. Let me go up. We're going to do that. We're going to. I'm recording it for 5 seconds. Yeah. When Amico said all that, Kathy Griffin said she would do it all again. Guess what? She lost endorsement, and even more. She found investigation for conspiracy. Yeah, which carry out a life sentence. Like, that's the counter you need to say. Okay, we have a sample that we have Kathy Griffin. That my counter.
Clear. But the intention of it was not a call to violence directly against a sitting senator, but instead was to show the hypocrisy of the Republican Party in terms of how little they truly care about Medicare and Medicaid fraud, because that happens at the point of the provider.
I didn't like how I do.
Not necessarily at the point of the...
I'm making a quick. I like how that was the first thing that came up in my head. I'm like, wait, Kathy Griffin. I didn't even know her name. I'm like, yeah, someone did already, and they pretty much got investigated.
Medicare and Medicaid for the recipients to the tune of $800 billion, and in order to justify that, they will do everything in their power to lie and claim that it's actually your grandparents that are stealing from Medicare and not people like Rick Scott.
I have to keep saying that. I do not care what Rick Scott did. He could be beating up children. He could be. In a weird way. Stealing money from elderly people physically at a retirement home. But I would report that to the police and tell people, hey, do not put their business with that. Oh, people are? Okay, cool. But once if I say that, guess what? Now he have a chill. You just gave him a chill. And that's why people think you're psyops.
Because people like Rick Scott either fund the Republican Party and oftentimes the Democratic Party as well, or they sometimes run for office as Republicans.
Rick Scott has
or
won
sometimes
to the United States
or
Senate.
sometimes they're fraud in government agency, and you're paid by the government agency to ultimately be so anti-critical of the government that it creates cells inside America that can be used to patriot more people. But like, I would not know that. Like, it would be funny if I'm saying that it would be funny if Hasan actually was paid by like the FBI or CIA to literally just be a propaganda machine, because there've been example in history where they would do that, and because it would get like the radical people to not blow up buildings.
Here are the numbers.
That's the point. Now, should
that wasn't a thing, by the way,
seek
if
out
people are
further
wondering.
context? I think yes. I think when you have millions of people watching your videos, it would be nice to at least inform them of what the true context is. And now that this context exists,
then why were you bad faith Asminkel before he speaks? I want context, but like the context you giving are just bad faith arguments, and that why?
will Asminkel watch this video? Will he go back and say, hey, my bad? Maybe. I'll be honest. Perhaps he will do that. We shall see.
Donald Trump didn't commit Medicare
I actually
fraud?
know what happened, and guess what happened, guys? He basically disproved all that, and he made you look like a more evil. Weird enough, even after all this drama, sort of actually hurt your career at the very end too. I wonder why.
But yes,
actually,
if he did, then yes. Okay, so then no.
He then follows up with another tweet of mine. This isn't Hasan's only first foray into political violence. This was the weapon used to assassinate Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Archived link and reply to his now deleted post. Well, I didn't delete it. Twitter forced me to delete this.
So you're not remorseful. Hi, this is the last clip I saw, but I'll say. So you're not remorseful for it. Just say you're not remorseful for that, and basically, see, I hate people who do this. Just say you. If the people who are like trying to like explain something and they're bad faith and they're like, because they're stupid. Yeah, this is your ads. This is your Hasan. Like to a point where I'd rather just have him call me the R slur. Because like, in a way, that is somehow less offensive than what he is doing. Like, he so bad faithing. Like, dude, you have no remorse off that. Okay. So, Twitter basically made you delete. I hope Twitter permabanned you now. This is what I hope. I hope Twitch lose so much money that you cannot survive on any platform, because the only one you could survive is Kick, and Kick will ban you day 2 And after they kick, and YouTube will pretty much do the same thing. Will basically be like, you say these things. Goodbye. Like, I think 100%, if you want to hurt like his career, because it doesn't matter, because all that, you just basically, you don't even go after Amazon. You get YouTube permanently ban him. And like they're doing 1/5. They're doing 1/5 of Iron Man player. Yeah, but I'm going to keep going.
But I'll tell you this, it's not the first time. This is the second time. No joke. Yes, neither of these, by the way, have resulted in any sort of action from Twitch at all. Your Reddit advocated for killing too. Sorry for spam. Yeah, but here's the difference, right? When did my Reddit advocate for killing people? When did this happen? And also, when did I advocate for it?
He also then, to further push the narrative that I am a radical, a scary radical who advocates for violence, he shows this tweet. Briefly, my old tweet that Twitter actually forced me to ban.
So you have no remorse.
A tweet where I
just say, see, this is what you need to say. Okay, they made you delete. Do you have remorse off it?
Quote retweeted sitting U.S. Senator Tom Cotton, who was advocating to kill peaceful pro-Palestinian demonstrators all the way from April 16th, 2024, almost an entire year ago, where I famously quote retweeted the doohickey, or I guess a meme.
You mean the
of a
gun?
Doohickey that was responsible for the assassination of Shinzo Abe. Now, of course,
yeah,
this was
and guess
serious. I fib. I did this in response to a sitting U.S. senator who had previously in the New York Times written about executing Black Lives Matter protesters by using the military, and this time around, April 15th, was encouraging people. I'm going to read you his words.
Okay, read it.
Senator Tom Cotton said this: I encourage people...
Okay, let me read it. I encourage people who are stuck behind pro-Palestinian, mob-blocking trap it, take matters into your own hand and get them out of their way. What is he asking for? Okay, what go?
Who get stuck behind the pro-Hamas mobs blocking traffic. Take matters into your own hands to get them out of the way.
Okay, let me see this. So you could actually view this, what Hasan will say, which I'm assuming is to murder them by running your car. Or you could see it through another way, which most people probably did if they were like, they actually want to, which is, I probably don't want to murder. Probably like pull them out of the street, which around that time period, which shuts off oil, that were people were doing in like European country. They were dragging them off the road. Now, then again, I don't know what his intent was, but I know what Hasan will be. His will be the same thing, which is Iran. Yeah, but basically he going to bring up the fact that it's going to sound like murder, but not a depth threat.
Of course,
let me be clear. It's not a depth threat because you can actually make the distinction of intent. And because it is, there's some leeway. It's the same reason why, like, if you want to be, like, a right example, like, a lot of, like, the people who are killing, who are asking for, like, saying, like, take Bullseye are not getting sued, because those are not intents. But that way the Kathy Griffin was, because it was very obvious what she wanted. Actually, different thing, but it's different if, like, someone said, like, we have to stop Trump, by any means, because most people will not go that far. And I have to be clear on that. Because what he is trying to do is basically say it is, but technically speaking, it's the same argument as saying, like, people who like, we need to stop people from, like, drinking water by any means necessary. Well, maybe I was thinking of protests and, like, gym wasn't. Basically it becomes so ineffective that there's no point into charging. That's sort of why he got away with it. And this is sort of why Hasan is sort of mad.
Call to violence from a sitting senator. A direct call to violence against.
Wasn't a direct call to violence because you can actually make the argument that there are multiple ways of interpreting that. You're bad faith, so you're going to interpret it at this. But most people who I say care will probably not take it that far. Will probably be like, hey, what? Probably get them out of the road or call the cops. You know, follow the law. Which does give an intent of it. But he gonna be bad faith about that. And that's sort of the point you can make with this is with the whole thing, if like people saying it doesn't, read the transcripts. The second one doesn't feel bad because you can actually make the argument that if you have to drive people off the road, which did happen in the UK with Just Stop Oil, that could actually be argued at a mean. But bad faith argument will always use the argument that
peaceful protesters engaging in an act of civil disobedience.
If something like this happened in Arkansas on a bridge there, let's just say I think there'd be a lot of very wet criminals that have been tossed overboard, not by law enforcement, but by the people whose road they're blocking.
So he then doubled down on it and said, we do things differently around these parts. I mean, he's advocating for a direct call for violence. I jokingly quote retweeted that statement with the doohickey. But of course that was...
Yeah, but would that be right? See, I'm sorry if I'm pausing so much. I hear Mike funny. Wait, do I have frostbite? Do I have... No, I don't even have frostbite, so it's just some... If this, and this is a fun counter you can make, does your action equalize his? Because at most, you could still make the argument that intent is different. Because he's saying, like, one, not a call to violence. He didn't even double down on the call to violence. He basically said that if they were on a bridge, there will be a lot of wet protesters because Arkansas people don't mess around. Which, you make the point that it's bad. Or, two, you can make also the point that he didn't death threat them. And also, it's a figure of speech also, so, like, it's just funny when these people say that because they're fun counters. Okay, we'll keep watching.
Apparently,
4
it
minutes.
too far as well for Asmongold. I'm sorry.
Hey, if I get DMCA, it's going to be way funnier, guys.
Of course, no comments on Tom Cotton, a sitting U.S. senator,
because
actively urging his constituents to go out and kill.
Okay. His name is Tom Scott, right? Yeah, okay. Tom Scott. What? I'm just gonna copy, like, that and Tom Scott. Wait, is that
peaceful demonstrators
I can't fact check
dare
that.
I say, peacefully demonstrating against a genocide. Well, make no mistake, it's most likely that Asmongold is simply responding to the things that he sees in his chat. Having said that, I wanted you guys to see the full context of the story. I was obviously
which makes it 10 times worse, and you dog whistle.
I think that would be
and
ridiculous.
Like even then, people are more mad at you because you dog whistle.
However, and justice has not been served against Rick Scott in this case. Justice,
you know what? Justice have not for Hasan Piker too.
Rich people who exploit others, against rich people who defraud the federal government. You get a $10 million.
How about rich people who can pretty much buy a pass to be unbanned? Oh, if you didn't know, here's a cool fact. You could pretty much pay your way out of getting banned if you have enough money for a lot of things. It's a fee. Guess what probably happened? Guess who probably paid the fee? He probably paid a fee, by the way, because sometimes companies will like put unban in there, but I could be wrong. But also, here's the thing. This doesn't explain anything. This just basically explain that you don't know anything.
Care package with $300 million in stock options for defrauding.
From severance.
That
from getting fired.
Medical care. And then Republicans will turn around and act like the real fraud is happening at the point of the recipients and not the point of the providers.
There's about $50 billion estimated that are lost every year in Medicaid just in fraud alone. No one's for that. We've got to make sure we eliminate it. We have the algorithms now to do that. We have advanced technology to find it.
Thank God for Speaker Johnson.
That is my anger. That is my frustration. And every single
Wait, I'm going to pause because I want to bring this fact because this fact's sort of interesting. What if they're talking about providers? What if they're talking about provider and he understands that and he hates the providing service? Well, you don't know that because that content probably was removed. Probably they were talking about that, but it got cut off. See? You could put a reasonable doubt in right there. By the way, we're going only for yeah, but that's sort of the argument.
But every single Republican operative online, from Tim Pool to Libs of TikTok to many others, know that that is the reality. But they also want you to be distracted.
But they also don't incite violence to politicians. Like, I don't see Tim Pool being like, you know what, if you actually care about defray the girl, saving America, you would hurt this one politician. No, you don't see that. You know why? Because it's a bad take. It's a dumb take. No one likes that take. Everyone hates it. It's sort of like the argument is, I'm just going to basically have a way to lie. It's sort of like he did. It's trying to blame others.
They don't want you to realize that this is what the Republicans are doing. So I urge all liberals, progressives, or even people who are worried about their grandparents or their parents losing their health care, people who might be worried about their children no longer being able to receive Medicaid, to focus on who the vectors of harm truly are, what they're actually doing, instead of constantly engaging in petty squabbles. I shouldn't have used the term kill. I should have used the term capital punishment or just punishment in general. But once again, I've let you down. I've used hyperbolic language, and that hyperbolic language has brought
Phil. Already, Phil.
As one of the
See,
largest.
if I were Hasan, I would have just said, I'm very sorry for my action. I should have not said that. I'm working on bettering myself. I'm trying to remove that from my system due to previous incident, and it actually slipped. I don't mean that. I'm very sorry people thought that way. Yeah. I'm not putting that much effort into it. But I would have done that. And you know why I would have done that? Because guess what? That doesn't make me look like I'm a baby. It's the same reason why I could watch the Ethan Klein one and actually have some level, because at the point I can make. By the way, Ethan Klein video is releasing. If it get released like after this weekend, I will live stream that. If it doesn't, I don't know, but we'll put in politics just so I can be funnier, and or just chatting. I'll put in just chatting. Call it like the politics stream. But no. Yeah, but no. We'll keep watching. We'll keep watching a little bit left.
Progressive.
And I'll put my
leftist,
final point. I'll put my final
content creators online in what feels like is a sea of reactionary sentiment. I am promising you that I will try to use more deliberate and more careful language going forward. Having said that, of course, in an 8 to 10 hour broadcast, when I'm constantly in a contentious battle with members of the chat, because there's always free flow conversation and a lot of back and forth going on in the community, there will probably be some moments that are clippable. But I will try to minimize them to the best of my ability. On that note, I love you all, and I will see you when I'm unbanned.
Life is expensive.
So yeah.
Quality tools don't have
Okay, I keep saying my point. Theory, he wasn't going to get banned for a day. He got unbanned, but I think it was going to be for a week. It was going to be a week ban, or like it didn't show, because that sounds gen. But like the thing is, it feel like I get what he's saying. Like, oh, I may flip up. Okay, but dude, they're different of like understanding that bad and your chat promoting that. Like, I think you don't get it. Like, if I said the Rick Scott comment, would I blame other people? No, I would 100% blame myself. And dude, like that's sort of the issue with it is. Okay, we're gonna go back to private because yeah, Pig Festival is still not on. But if like it's dumb when the people are like, oh, but it's not bad. If like, but dude, you don't understand. You did nothing. Like, it's sort of like bad faith. Like, you see a lot of things. Like, I'm not even gonna call it out because that very obviously, like, he trying to gain some sympathy from it. Oh, I already voted in this election. But I also see it as, like, he cannot win any issue. You know what? What be smart about this? Yeah, because then I could get the iron blocks for the armors and for the sword. Oof. Yeah, but no, I'll say my 2 pieces. My 2 pieces. Cringe. Oh, no, but this is a sword port I want to make. When people do that, do you find cringe? Like I see that and I think their idea with like I have justification to do that. And I know, like, it won't matter. But I feel like he knew that he wasn't going to get unbanned. But I also feel like he trying to justify it. Not him getting banned, but him basically having a no career anymore. Like, it's sort of interesting. I'm trying to get the final one, by the way. Which... yeah, but, like, at the end, if, like, you see that, and you just... see... okay, cool. Like, I'll just wait until, like, that, but 100%, this whole drama, it gonna be the big crash out. It gonna be, like, the dream crash out. Like, where it anti-stands, basically, but instead of anti-stand, it's just everyone else versus Hasan fans. But I'm pretty much going to end stream after we get the ferry. Because I have to do 2 things. Oh, cool. Whoa. I like to fish. Yeah, but no. Basically, my opinion of this, like, he basically, like, the only thing I think, if, like, he knew he wasn't going to get banned and unbanned in a day, I think he thought he was going to get banned for a month, just like Frogan, when it was very bad for PR. I also think that he doesn't have remorse for that, because he knows that, like, you can't really have remorse. It's sort of like a dark thing to say, but, like, that's the thing. Like, it would overall a bad video. Like, I could basically come up with points. Like, by the way, like, and, like, the points are interesting. Like, yeah, someone did make a thing like that. Guess what? They pretty much got investigated, Hasan. I think you should be investigated. And like that. And, like, it's sort of weird because, like, 100%, it going to be a big incident, and 100%, if they're my only political take for tonight, Democrat cannot make him the new Joe Rogan of the left. If they do, they will not win any election. Because, like, once that happened, it will be bad. They can't have him at the left. But with that,